If you ever want to feel bad about the growing shame pile of unread books by your bedside, just remember that world-renowned billionaire Bill Gates has previously said that he reads roughly one book a week or about 50 books a year. Most of the books are nonfiction. But Gates also recommends works of fiction with as much enthusiasm as the history or science books he loves so much. Hello brewers. In today's video, we will be looking at 12 books Bill Gates thinks everyone should read. It is an impressive list, consisting largely of nonfiction. Science and technology, medicine, business, economics, education, international development, sociology, history, biography, memoir, to name a few. Here are 12 book recommendations by the Microsoft billionaire. Number 12 on the list is Tap Dancing to Work by Carol Loomis. Tap Dancing to Work compiles 6 decades of writing on legendary investor Warren Buffett, from Carol Loomis, the reporter who knows him best. Warren Buffett built Berkshire Hathaway into something remarkable, and Fortune journalist Carol Loomis had a front row seat. Number 11. Making the Modern World by Václav Smil. How much further should the affluent world push its material consumption? Does relative dematerialization lead to an absolute decline in demand for materials? These and many other questions are discussed and answered in Making the Modern World, Materials and Dematerialization. Number 10. Seve Navis by Neal Stephenson. Gates picked up Seve Navis on a friend's recommendation, and he says he's grateful for it. The plot gets going in the first sentence, when the moon blows up, he wrote on his blog. But that's only the beginning. The world soon learns the entire species is doomed. In 2 years' time, a cataclysmic meteor shower will destroy all life on the pale blue dot. It's up to humanity to send as many spacecraft into orbit as possible with the hope of escaping the apocalypse. You might lose patience with all the information you'll get about space flight, Gates writes, but I love the technical details. Number 9. The Better Angels of Our Nature by Steven Pinker. Wasn't the 20th century the most violent in history? In his extraordinary, epic book Steven Pinker shows us that this is wrong, telling the story of humanity in a completely new and unfamiliar way. From why cities make us safer to how books bring about peace, Pinker weaves together history, philosophy, and science to examine why we are less likely to die at another's hand than ever before, how it happened and what it tells us about our very natures. Number 8. The Man Who Fed the World by Leon Hesser. Dr. Norman Borlaug, one of the world's greatest heroes, is the most highly decorated individual of our time. He is credited with saving over 1 billion people from starvation. Dr. Borlaug is only one of 5 people in history to win the Nobel Peace Prize, the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Congressional Gold Medal. In addition, Dr. Borlaug received the Padma Vibhushan, the highest civilian award the government of India can present to a non-citizen. Winner USA Book News Best Biography of the Year. Winner American Farm Bureau Foundation of Agriculture Best Book of the Year Award. Winner Florida Publishers Association Best Book Award. Winner Florida Writers Association Royal Palm Literary Award. Number 7. The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson. A recommendation from Melinda offered Gates the chance to introspect a bit. Anyone who occasionally gets overly logical will identify with the hero, a genetics professor with Asperger's syndrome who goes looking for a wife, he wrote on his blog. Melinda thought I would appreciate the parts where he's a little too obsessed with optimizing his schedule. She was right. Number 6. On Immunity by Eula Biss. In this bold, fascinating book, Biss investigates the metaphors and myths surrounding our conception of immunity, and its implications for the individual and the social body. Weaving her personal experiences with an exploration of classical and contemporary literature, Biss considers what vaccines, and the debate around them, mean for her own child, her immediate community and the wider world. Number 5. Educated, a memoir by Tara Westover. Educated, 2018, is the memoir of Tara Westover, who grew up in a Mormon family in rural Idaho, and, despite never attending school, was able to earn a PhD from the University of Cambridge. However, she had to pay a high price to achieve her academic dreams. Indeed, she lost her family in the process. Number 4. How to Lie with Statistics by Darrell Huff. Darrell Huff runs the gamut of every popularly used type of statistic, probes such things as the sample study, the tabulation method, the interview technique, or the way the results are derived from the figures, and points up the countless number of dodges which are used to fool rather than to inform. Number 3. Patriot and Assassin by Robert Cook. Another recommendation from a friend. Patriot and Assassin is about a terrorist plot to release nerve gas on U.S. soil. It's up to the protagonist to assemble a squad of scientists and military operatives to foil the attack. In line with Gates' nonfiction recommendations, the book blends historical fiction with philosophy and politics. In a 2013 blog post, Gates wrote the last novel he read before Patriot and Assassin was The Hunger Games, which he surmised probably had more archery. Number 2. Bad Blood, Secrets and Lies in a Silicon Valley Startup by John Carreiro. Bad Blood, 2018, is the harrowing inside story of how a tech startup rooted in Silicon Valley's fake-it-till-you-make-it culture risked the lives of millions with a blood testing device that proved too good to be true. Written by Pulitzer-winning journalist John Carreiro, who broke the story and pursued it to its end, this is the account of Theranos and its wunderkind CEO Elizabeth Holmes' meteoric rise and epic fall from grace. And finally, at number 1 is Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. This is the kind of novel you'll think and talk about for a long time after you finish it. The plot is a bit hard to explain because it involves 6 interrelated stories that take place centuries apart, including one I particularly loved about a young American doctor on a sailing ship in the South Pacific in the mid-180s. But if you're in the mood for a really compelling tale about the best and worst of humanity, I think you'll find yourself as engrossed in it as I was. That's all for this video, brewers. This list pulls some of Bill Gates' favorite books, along with quotes explaining why he found them so remarkable. We hope you find the list useful. Don't forget to give this video a like, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting and informative videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.